Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're at. And I'm coming to you today because yesterday I was integrating. And yeah, the head pressure was so real. It was ridiculous. And I just thought, I'm tapping out today and just going to handle this with some self-care. And that's what I did. But feel great today. So here I am. First and foremost, let's all welcome all our newest members to the Love Train from we've got Dover, Delaware. Welcome to you. So, more from Canada. Welcome. Stillwater, Oklahoma. Fife, Scotland. Welcome. Very cool. Yuma, Arizona. All right. Arizona's coming in the house big time. Welcome to you, Alabama. And then we have Marrakesh in Morocco. How cool. Welcome to you. El Paso, Texas. That's another one I keep seeing. There better be some kind of a love train party happening in El Paso by now, you guys. I'm counting on you here. Welcome to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Welcome to you. And last, certainly not least, more Canadians, Toronto, Canada. Welcome to you. Such a cool thing, you guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing it with those whom you feel are ready to hear it. And again, with all of my messages, I want to be clear. Just take the part that resonates with you and then throw the rest out, because all of us are on a unique journey. You're uniquely qualified to be you. And, I'm your cosmic cheerleader here, not letting you forget how unique and awesome you are. Okay. So I am going to talk about the Schumann in a second, but I got some downloads. So I want to share one right now because I thought it was really cool. And it's funny because another person who's also a self-realization guide, but she does grid work within the earth. She's helping to heal grids on the planet. Very cool stuff. But she had reached out to me. We were talking about how we view the Olympics differently. And so it's cool. So I want to share a piece about that since some of you maybe, I mean, I love watching sports, but I do look at it differently now. And because, right, as we grow and we gain a higher level of consciousness, we have a new awareness. And I want to stress, higher does not mean there's an hierarchy. There's not. It's just that, you've accessed higher levels. You've accessed a different perspective. So the guides are asking us all to watch the Olympics with love and grace. Okay. And just an appreciation for all of the athletes, all the dedication, all the hours, all the obstacles they've all overcome. And this is a true, these athletes really had dedicated a lot of focus and a lot of time in mastery into their skills, right? And so one of the things that it's almost like a caution is they want us to not continue to contribute to the illusion of separation by making it about someone being better than another or one nation being better than another, and instead honor their journey, honor their efforts, and honor all of the athletes. And I think you do see that often amongst the athletes, but us witnessing it, they're really asking us like to get out of that separation of better than, and like they're all amazing. They're all amazing to have made it there, right? And we want to avoid this feeling this separate or I'm better than you are. It's not about the medals. It's really about their journey and the amazing accomplishment that they've done in mastering their own craft. So that message came in. And I have a kind of a thing that may help some of you too to get there too. Because believe me, I'm a sports fanatic too. But I do watch them very differently now. And I have to tell you, you don't get that anxiety or anything. And one of the stories that I recalled when this came to me was I believe it was last year, maybe 2 seasons ago. Yes, Bills Mafia. I do watch the Buffalo Bills. And there was an incident where one of the players, Damar Hamlin, collapsed on the field. And in that moment, and I was in a bar with hundreds of people cheering on, mostly Bills fans, but there were fans from the other team. But what happened in that moment is you could witness everybody just come together. Everybody came together in love at that moment and forgot about trying to rip the head off their opponent, right? Or, hating the other team. And so it really was such an example of how when we can all go into our hearts and really just receive and honor all of these athletes for what they're doing. And so that's what came to mind, because I really watched love and humanity take over in that minute. And I watched everybody just come together. And so why can't we just start from a place of love when we're watching sports? Just wanted to throw that out there. And again, I'm a sports fanatic all the way to my core. And though I have made this shift, and I have to tell you, I enjoy watching it even more now. I love hearing the stories of, other athletes from different nations. How did they get there? They don't all have the same access to the same coaching and facilities and so forth. And it's like, wow. Just give them love and appreciation, and you'll have a different experience when you watch, I promise. Okay, next. Yes, I'm going to get to the Schumann. Stay with me. When they give me downloads, I have to write them down and get them out. One of you brought up a question about betrayal and the trauma around betrayal. And oddly enough, I did last night I participated in another quantum healing, and this was a big energetic for the collective that came up. So I am going to address that. And yes, they sent me to Canva. So I have a Canva creation for you guys. I know. They love putting me in Canva. It's a great way to see it. So I'll share that, but I'm going to do the Schumann first. Talk about betrayal, and then I'm going to talk about, okay, how's another way of looking at it? And then if that doesn't help the person who was seeking it, just reach out to me and we'll go deeper. So first, let's start with Schumann. Okay, first of all, we've been rocking and rolling. This is all integration after that big whiteout that we had. So you can see these lines. Oops. The screens. Okay, these lines, these vertical lines, as we've seen before. That is us integrating these energies. And I'll tell you, this one, really, really, really third eye. Like I felt like somebody got a drill and was trying to okay, let's open this up. Oh, we need a wider drill bit. So let's go at it again the next day, like 2 days in a row. This like completely took over my head. And, but today, I have to tell you, I feel amazing today because I feel back into my body. I really feel fully integrated within this process. And I'll tell you, this is all in accordance with Gaia. Very important. When I was talking to my friend who's doing this healing work, she said that she got a message, from Gaia that people do not look at me with sadness. Very important. She's ascending ahead of us, right? She hosts us. So for any of you, and I get it that you're doing it with love, but she's saying, don't look at me with sadness. What outcome do we want? We focus on the outcome. So look at her with pure love and gratitude that she's carrying us forward. And I tell you, and that's why it feels so good right now when we're getting out and connecting. She's leading the charge in our unity consciousness, and she's our host. So let's honor our host and just give her love, right? So she doesn't want any kind of fear energy around her. She just did a heck of a maneuver to flip that and invert it, and she's continuing to ascend. We're ascending with her. So I hope that helps some of you with integration. And it was easy to see. She understands that it's out of love, but they're saying make it all about pure love and be the conscious creator that you are. Be the conscious creator that you are. What outcome do you want to create? Bluer skies, greener grasses. Like, I've already noticed a change in our sun. And I tell you, I tried sharing this with some people close to me, and I could tell they looked at me like, oh, we've been drinking something. But it looks different to me. And that my guides are telling me that's your experience. That's a reality you created. So very cool. Also, there's a lot of stuff happening with the eyes. I have noticed this. It's all really cool upgrades, and just, embrace it all. So again, here we are definitely integrating and releasing. So whatever situations seem to come up, or if you say, I thought I cleared that, why is it here? Also keep in mind, some of it's collective energy. So we've absorbed some from the collective, and it's all being healed. And here's the other thing. Don't feel badly if you feel like you missed something because you didn't. Remember, the healing happens on a consciousness level. Our souls are involved. Your spirit guides are involved. The archangels are involved. It's amazing what happens when these parts are getting healed to go back to love. And it's not our human. The human, who are you, man, is not involved. It's not. All we're doing is observing and feeling. But I know for a lot of you, this last blast, and right before it too, was if you feel triggered and why do I feel so sad? Oh, that was one of the other biggest energies we cleared last night was sadness. Just a sadness of like what could have been or how it should have been, how it could have worked out, how it should, like all the shoulds, right? And they say, don't should yourself. Good advice, right? Okay, so let's peek at the chakra chart first, and we can take a peek at what's going on there. I'm looking at my notes, and then I'm going to talk more about this betrayal because it was a really, really deep, by the way, it was ancestral. So don't feel like it was just a betrayal now, but you're gonna, I was given a really cool way, and they showed this to me in a task. Remember, they give me tasks, head of the spear here. They give me tasks. I go through it, and then I can share about how to gain this perspective. So that's where we're at. Hold on 2 seconds and let's get into the chakra chart, and then you'll see my new Canva creation. Okay, here you see it. I mean, these are just really deep. And that was that one. It looked like that one came in overnight, by the way. And it didn't look like it had a lot of light to it, right? But there was some red surrounding it, which is their energy being released. And then the green's the integration. So you can see that like this is, and that it covered, this is several hours right in here from this end to this end, several hours of purging, right? So if you, I mean, oh, vivid dreams. Oh, I had a crazy dream. And I said to my guys, what the heck was that? And then what they said, oh, it was another reality that you didn't want to see play out. I was like, oh, thank you. I don't need to. It was so freaking bizarre. And so vivid dreams is a part of it. And they're just, it's all healing. Remember, we're healing everything, not just our own stuff, ancestrally too, since the beginning of incarnation. Whoa. No pressure at all, right? We got this. We're badasses. We wouldn't have raised our hand for it if we didn't mean it, right? I think they kind of punked us a little bit though about how wild the ride was going to be. But I have to tell you, I'm getting to the side of gratitude now and really grateful to be here. And you guys are part of that reason, because one of the biggest messages that kept coming through to me was create a community where that's just full of love, where you guys can co-create together. And that's the plan here. And by the way, one of you, I saw that you've been healing for 30 years. Oh my God, I love you. Because if I went in my head, I'm like, would I have had the patience for 30 years? I don't know. I don't know. I think my guides knew, let's give her the shorter track and make her run her ass off rather than the marathon version. So I am sending you a special love and thank you for being in the community. And I'm anxious to hear some of your ideas. Some of you are coming forth now with some ideas that you want to consciously create. And that's what, think of us all as piece of a quilt. We each have a unique piece of magic in us that when we come together, we start going, oh, okay, what puzzle piece do you have? And we're going to start, this is how we co-create together. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about this creepy betrayal thing, because it is creepy. Let's face it. Okay. So this is Canva creation number 1. Now, keep in mind that there are many different ways that we perceive betrayal. So this was something that I was shown, and they gave me this image of 2 heads, which this was the best Canva could do. It's a little weird, but here's the main thing. The truth of who we all are is this love. We're all eternal love and light. Okay. Now, what I was shown was, I'll just say that I had a sense, because I can feel energy and I can see energy now. Okay. I sensed some dirty air. I was flying along and I sensed some dirty air. So I went to my guides and said, okay, what's in my best and highest good? And they gave me a very clear action. And I have to say, I didn't doubt it. I was just like, okay. And let me tell you, it was out of my comfort zone, and it was, don't talk. It was very clear not to talk or involve anyone else, that this was my clear next step. Just go do this step. I took the step. because I know it's in my best and highest good. Remember, the guidance may not make sense to the noodle. When the noodle gets involved, we go south. Now I realize, had I not followed the guidance, I would have been entangled in the dirty air some more. And it's not our job to clean the dirty air. It's our job to stay here. So here's what happened. There was a situation where someone was in fear and trying to keep peace. And so saying whatever had to be said here and whatever had to be said there to keep peace. But the problem was, there was a fear of something not working. Okay. So instead of my guide saying to me, oh, well, you need to get to the bottom of that. No. How many times do we want to do this? Why are they behaving this way? Right. The why is none of your business. So one of the biggest errors that we've all seen happen, errors, I don't know, it's just not the best path. Something that keeps us in separation in the 3D is that the term closure. You do not want closure. You want acceptance and forgiveness. Closure means, what were we talking about with the Olympics? Somebody has to win. Somebody has to be right. Somebody wants an explanation. And when you look at it as, okay, all the action that's fear-based, right? It's never more powerful than you staying in a state of love. It's never. And so when we see this or we sense this, we sense, okay, this doesn't feel like love to me. This doesn't feel true to me. How do I stay in my power? I stay in love and light. And then I can say, okay, so this, what would have been a perceived betrayal, really, I can instantly look at this and bring love and light to it and say, oh, okay, fear does not dictate loving behavior. It just doesn't. And our job in the 5D is to maintain our own worthiness and our own self-love and love for all and send this love and light. So there's one more slide to this, but they really brought this forth in a strong way. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're saying that the perspective on the betrayal is that it happened for you. And in my case, I had to take a very clear action. And the action that I was guided to take did not involve anyone. This is the key. So your guidance is always for you, and other people don't do anything to you. If you're in a situation, it's being brought forward for your best and highest good. And sometimes that's pivot. Keep in mind, sometimes it's pivot. And so hope this is helping land. 1 second, let me switch these. Okay, so this was the second part of the Canva creation. When we keep in mind that the truth of who we all are is love and light, regardless of where we're at in our journey, this is at our core. And so the words that came in were, how does my soul want me to see this? And so, you know, when I was shown this, the first thing I said was, wait, why am I being shown this, right? Because I know that I'm very conscious about creating my own reality. I have been for quite some time, and it's such a blessing. So when things come in, I do understand that we're clearing also collective energy, that there's ancestral stuff. So I do understand that process is like unpeeling an onion. And when I asked, you know, why was I being shown this? And it was to share a healing experience, to be able to share my perspective and to show other people how to heal betrayal in their own lives, because it's only a perception of betrayal, right? It's only a perception. And so don't betray yourself by giving your power away to somebody else and saying that okay. So this is, I know it's the noodle wants to just chime in and say, I want restitution, I want closure. No, that keeps you in separation. Acceptance and forgiveness moves you forward. And believe it or not, we're being dragged forward, whether we want to or not. So, but this can help you, help the human. We're trying to heal the human here together. So the next thing that came in was what my human would have perceived as betrayal from my soul's point of view was that this happened for me because the result was the action that I took was in my best and highest good. So it's interesting. So sometimes moving forward, it's going to be right. We got to feel, take messy action, and then know. And I have to tell you, I took messy action, and then in hindsight, they showed me, okay, this is, basically, I was avoiding getting into a shit show. You know, had I stayed, I would have had a different experience, and then trying to work my way out of that. But stay in this, right? How does my soul want me to see this? Now there's a third piece, right? We do want to send love and light to the situation, to anybody else that's in fear or anger or whatever it may be. But so you still have an emotion around it, right? This shocked me, but it's okay because now I said, okay, how is this working for me? And go back to that soul point of view. So I know this video turned out to be a little longer, but these messages came in strong, and this betrayal and the sadness and the abandonment that can come in, all of that is 3D and staying separated. And that's why they're saying, so our goal is always to get to acceptance and forgiveness. I do have a really cool forgiveness practice that I did. It was through A Course in Miracles. If enough of you are interested in doing that, I will do a live one day with you guys participating and help talk you through that, because I got to tell you, man, I can't tell you how many times a day I tell people forgive, because it really, really, it's for you. But also if you're not doing it authentically, and no one taught us how to do it. So don't beat yourself up. If you say I tried, yeah, I know, I feel you. So no one taught us how to do it. Now I've been shown. I've been shown from spirit, and we trust them because so far they're right all the time. Imagine that. All right. So anyway, happy Saturday to everybody. I hope you guys are riding out this recent energy storm. There is, there's more light coming in. There's more light coming in. So do your best to integrate, hydrate, and know what? Remember, get out there and give Gaia some love. It was funny because my guides gave me a song. They gave me Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. So I'm going to go swim in the ocean today, and I might play a little Go For Me, Argentina at the beach and give Gaia some love and honor her request that we're going to love her and hang on, because she is on the move, and so are we. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you when the energy calls.